Hi everyone, I'm Simon from Sterling Coaching and welcome to this week's Monday's Moment video in which I consider a few things that happened to me this weekend, but also what happened to me today as I was travelling to one of the cities here in the UK, a city called Leeds. And that was about going off track. That's what I want to talk about today, and also what happened to me at the weekends. See you in a moment. Now, over the weekend, I came to realise that I myself had gone off of track. So I always like to keep an eye on my fitness. I like to work out whenever I can at home and also keep an eye on my weight. And one of the things that I had noticed that because of some ill health, then I'd had some surgery, then I'd pulled my shoulder, I didn't realise how stiff that I'd become, how I suppose overweight I'd become, not massively, but quickly had put on half a stone. Don't know what that is in kilos. And it made me think about how readily we can go off of track. And going to Leeds today, I was actually travelling and I went slightly off track off the sat nav as well. Now, of course, there are extremes of going off track. That's an old Jeep of mine. Say old Jeep, it's not that old, but it's one that I don't have anymore. And we were on a group event with a load of Jeep guys, and we decided we were going to go round the back and try a different way. And before we knew it, we got a little bit lost. We were heading in the right direction, but we'd gone off the track and we got stuck. And before we knew it, we were in that pickle there. You can see I'm not in the driver's seat. I'm actually taking a photo of the car. My wife's at the side of me, not very happy. And we had to be towed out of it. And very often, getting off track sneaks up on us. Very often, as I found with putting on a bit of weight, getting a little bit less fit, it's not something that happens overnight. It happens because we lose focus on where we're going. And we need to get focus back. So, it's very easy to lose sight of where you're heading. It's very easy to lose sight of where you are as well. But it's even easier to say, do you know what? I know things, my health isn't quite where it needs to be. I've had a bit of a cold. Do you know what? I'll start that on Monday. I'll start to do some more exercise on Monday. I'll do some exercises for my poorly shoulder on Monday. And before you know it, as a guy in the middle is doing there, we're just saying, do you know what? I'll just get round to it at some point. It won't matter if it's a couple of days. I can easily get back on track. But before we know it, a little bit like that getting off track there, we haven't just gone a little bit off track. We've got really stuck in the ruts of the wrong track. And that's what I realised over the weekend of where I had been, where I'd gotten to, and also where I realised that I was today. And very quickly I saw, I've not taken the turn I should have turned. The sat nav in my car is taking me a different way. I need to get back onto the direction that I wanted to head. So very quickly I saw that my destination time had changed by 20 minutes. So I had a choice. I either carried on or I quickly turned around and got back on track. And the thing I want you all to think about in the week ahead, just get myself back on screen here. The thing I want you all to think about in the week ahead is, where are you at the moment? What have you been saying, like I've been saying? I'll do that next week, or when I get a little bit more money, or when I get a little bit more time, or when my fitness improves, I'll get back on track. I'll get round to it. very often we procrastinate and we put excuses in the way. So I want you to think about things that you've perhaps heard yourself say that you realize, yeah, that's a signal. That means I'm off track and I need to get back on track and I need to do something, not tomorrow, not next week, but I need to do something now. And I was telling a client just the other day about what makes really successful businesses different to mega successful businesses. And very often it's the urgency they put in the decisions that they decide that need to be implemented. So, yes, we need to look and see where we're heading and where we've been. We need to not put off today till tomorrow. And we also need, if we're going to, like I was on the sat nav, we need to keep an eye on our metrics. We need to get a measure, not necessarily detailed, it can be, of course, but how are we going to measure the success? Is it looking at the sat nav and realizing the destination has changed in timing? Is it, as I did this morning, I got on the scales and there's £2 more on those scales than what there was on Friday because of quite an enjoyable weekend, but I need to get that back off. Whatever it is, we need to get a measure, because what we can do then is we can measure, monitor, and we can make adjustments. The 3 M's: measure, monitor, make the adjustments. So don't get off track. Don't get yourself lost, knowingly or unknowingly, and make sure you're measuring where you are, where you want to be, and start making decisions to get yourself back on track. Or get some help, as I did, to tow me out of that hole. I couldn't do that on my own. I knew that. I had to get some straps, I had to get some help, and I had to get 2 other vehicles to pull me out of that, because that belly was really stuck on the top of that mud there. So if you feel you need to get some help from where you are and perhaps you're stuck, then I'm happy to help every single one of you watching this video, wherever you're watching it. Just grab 30 minutes with me, no cost, just 30 minutes of your time and no sales pitch. timewithsimon.com, and just schedule 30 minutes with me. The other thing you can do for me is you can help me spread this message to more people. So please like this video and post wherever you're seeing it. Please follow me or subscribe if you're not. And please share it with people that you feel would benefit from some of the tips that I share each and every Monday, or generally every Monday, and throughout the week as well. And of course, don't forget to use that link that's going across the bottom of the screen now if you want to schedule some time with me to get unstuck from the tracks that you found yourself on, get back on the right track. Then timewithsimon.com is the link to use. Thank you for liking this. Thank you for following me. Thank you for sharing. That's the best that I can ask that you do for me. And as always, I'll see you on next week's Monday's Moment. Bye for now.